You guys smell that? I smell it too. Fall transition is here with Monster Bass. Let's do this. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the lack of videos. Fishing has completely sucked for me. As I said in the beginning of the intro of this video, fall transition is here. The bites should be getting on. People are going back to school. They're off the water. So now I'm able to get out without being harassed or just tons of people everywhere. Anyway, let's get into this. That's what you're all here for. September Monster Bass box. Let's do this. All right, first thing off the top, we have from AFCO, we have the Bass Cure 101. This is basically just a brief guide. If you guys do tournaments and stuff like that in boats, it's going to give you correct water temperature you want to use in your live wells, oxygen, bass care. And what's the cool part too is what they did with the Monster Bass guys is down here, if you look at that code, you guys can use it if you want, it's going to give you $10 off anything at checkout at afco.com. So that's pretty cool there. Next thing we got is the little pamphlet that comes in the box, and look who's on there. My boy, Oklahoma's Worst Angler. Go ahead, if you're not following him, get on there. He's a great YouTuber, does some awesome photography. Just an overall real cool dude. I like to, you know, be cool to call us friends because to be honest with you, Monster Bass is what brought us together. And so anyway, you know, just going to talk about the PBs and all that stuff there. Travis Manson is our pro for the Northeast region. This is going to break down the baits. Looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baits plus the coupon code from AFCO. So first things first, we have a Monster Bass sticker made in America. That's a badass sticker. I'm going to throw that on my box. All right, first things first, we bring you Bait Labs. Bait Labs has been in the box before. I believe 2 other times. I have baits from them somewhere in one of my boxes. This is the Dizzy Diver. This is a jerk bait style bait. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. It is, I don't know what kind of pattern. It almost looks like a carp in my opinion, but if you see that, it's like a bluish color. Got pretty good sticky hooks. It's going to be a cool little bait to use in the rivers and the creeks around here for smallmouth, possibly some of the bass lakes too as well. But that is from Bait Lab. That's the Dizzy Diver. Next thing we got is from a company called Super K Jigs. I've not heard of them before, but I have opened this box. I have looked. I did a little research on some of you guys. Super K Jigs is I believe this is their Walkabout Top Water. This is 2.5. This almost looks like the Patriot bait that we got in our last, I think it was last month's box for the Top Water Takeover, but it is a cool little perch colored bait. And I know a couple lakes around here, perch this size is actually real good forage for the bass. Since with this fall transition, the bass are pulling up into the coves and they're blasted up on bluegill, herring, perch like that. It's got a nice little knocker on it, really sticky sharp hooks. And this is another bait. That's a walking style bait too as well, so you'll be able to walk the dog with that. So overall, really cool finish. And perch color is one of my favorite colors here in New Jersey. A lot of people don't realize that we have these little tiny darter perch in our lakes and rivers, and a lot of bass spit them up. All right, what do we have next? Strike King. Everybody knows me, I'm a Strike King junkie. This is the Lucky Shad, and that is in the blue gizzard. It's kind of like a blue hue gray on there. Got that big lip on it. I'm going to crack this bad boy open. We can see that there. Got that big lip. It's going to dive. I believe this one dives to 12 feet if I'm not mistaken. So if they're feeding up on herring or shad. I'm going to throw this around in the deeper lakes and reservoirs. It's got a nice little rattle on it. Another cool thing about this bait too is if you fish lakes or reservoirs with walleye, this is a really, really good walleye bait. So actually, and I've been picking up a lot of strike king hard baits lately, and I plan on getting a few more of these. And if you notice too, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but there's a weight in there for a weight transfer. A lot of these little flicker shad style baits like this are really hard to cast, but it's got that weight transfer weight in there, so it's going to help you able to bomb it out there and reel it in at the maximum depth. And I'm probably going to run this on like 10 to 12 pound test fluorocarbon to help that get down there. All right, that's that bait there. All right, next thing we got, and what's cool about Monsterbass is that they like to put things together. So you'll get hooks to go with worms, line to go with certain types of baits. And the one thing we got here is we have the Dropshot standout. This is their Dropshot hook. Looks like they give you a couple different sizes in here and colors. We'll go ahead and crack. And what's cool about these ones is you technically can't really rig these Dropshot baits or hooks wrong. And what they do is, I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up, but they have a special little, if you see that little curve in there, so you're basically going to tie the line here and then pull your tag line down to your weight inside there, and that's going to always rig right for you where you want the hook facing up for the drop shot rig. And what's cool about the drop shot hooks is you reach inside here and we're getting the Finesse baits, and this is their drop shot bait. I don't know the name of this bait, but it's basically like a green pumpkin, black, and looks like a gold flake. Go ahead and crack this bad boy open. I love drop shotting. I haven't got to do it much this year because everything has been biting on other stuff, but that's it there. And what's going to happen is, and I'll do it right now, is you're going to take that drop shot hook and you're going to nose hook it through the tip of the nose, and that's how you're going to rig it. And that bait is just going to float. If I think I'm not mistaken, the Samaris or Samadas baits, however you pronounce it, are floating, so it's going to float up and give it that action there. So that's that there, the drop shot baits. Put that back in there. All right, what else we got in here? Another thing we got is 13 fishing. This is the blunt force finesse worm. If I'm going to fish this worm, I'm going to fish it shaky head style, possibly Nico rig. I'm not sure what color that is. Number 17 magic sauce, they call it. The only thing I don't like about 13 fishing is the size of these packages. Like, I backpack fish a lot, so I'm bank fishing. This thing is going to take up a ton of room in my bag. That's why I like these little tiny soft plastic bags, so I can just throw them in a Ziploc. But yeah, it's a 13 fishing blunt force finesse worm. Pretty cool. I'll definitely throw it. What else we got here? Two more things. Next thing we got is the zero gravity hybrid underspin. I actually know nothing about this company. This is from catchoutdoors.com. It looks like it's a 40% lead-free underspin. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Well, that's kind of weird. It's like plastic over the head of it. And it's got that underspin. It's got that big hook on there. I'm not sure what size hook this is. It doesn't tell me, but it's a big old hook. And what's cool about that is what they paired it up with is the Big Bite Baits BB Kicker. These giant swim baits. I'm pretty excited to be using these. Let's go ahead and crack these open if I can. Box over there. Oh yeah, they are cool. And that looks like it's in a sexy shad. Yep, sexy shad pattern. And that's it right there. Look at that tail on that thing. It's really cool because the glare feels weird on it, and it's coming off on my fingers. I have glitter everywhere. But it's got a opening on the bottom for if you want to use a belly weighted hook. But I'm going to hook that with the underspin like that, and that's going to give it a lot of thump and And the only thing I did notice too is I'm not sure how this is going to work. I've never used an underspin with a belly opened thing. These are more for baits to use with belly weighted hooks, so I'm not sure how much this is, because by just looking at this together like that, it's not going to give me much room to get a hookup ratio. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. So overall, I'm pretty excited about the box. I'm happy with some of the hard baits that I got. Some of the soft baits I want to mess around with and see what happens. But overall, hey, it's a good box. So if you guys want to give Monsterbass a try, I'm going to put a coupon code down below. Click my link and it'll give you $15 off your first box. So overall, great box. Pretty excited about it. Can't wait to get out this weekend. It's finally cooling down outside, so hopefully I can get on some fish. And I'm hoping that the traffic amount of people that are out there in my waterways are going to start to slow down, so it's not as pressured. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the love and support. Stay safe out there and have a good one.